Santa Caldecott.
Well, he sure looks like him.
Lots of people have beards, Caldecott. It doesn't mean they're you-know-who.
Yeah, but when he laughed, his belly shook like a bowl full of jelly.
Lots of people have big stomachs, Caldecott. It doesn't mean
Yeah, I know.
Hey, did you see the guy upstairs? He looks just like...
Yes, Mark, we know.
Well, who is he? Where's he from?
His name is Chris. He lives just north of here. In fact, he lives just north of everywhere.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Christmas shopping, Mrs. G?
Oh, don't ask, Benjamin. It's a madhouse out there.
You were Christmas shopping, but you didn't have my list.
Yeah, mine neither.
She couldn't fit them in the car.
The stores are absolutely crazy. People pushing and shoving each other, children crying. It gets worse every year.
Yeah, it's a real shame. So, what'd you get me?
Nothing. All I bought was this album of traditional Christmas carols. What's this?
Oh, right, Mom. The Scab's Christmas album.
What? Oh, for heaven's sakes, the salesgirl gave me the wrong record. I can't believe the day I'm having.
Oh, Ellen, you're back. This is Chris, the old friend I was telling you about.
Hello, Ellen. You probably don't remember me, but I knew you when you were just a little girl.
Hello. Welcome to the Prairie Emporium. You look very familiar.
I'll say. And in case you're interested, I've been a good hand puppet all year. Well, at least since the first of the week. And I can name all the reindeer. Dancer and Prancer and Donner and Blitzen, Groucho and Harpo and Sneezy and Nixon.
Yeah. Mom, if you still have shopping to do, maybe you'd like to take this along. It's my revised Christmas list.
Well, it just so happens I have a list of my own.
Those are the things you want for Christmas?
No, these are the things I still have to do for Christmas. I want you guys to have a real old-fashioned Prairie Emporium Christmas with all the trimmings. But there's still plum pudding to make and shortbread and Christmas cake. And we still have to get a tree to decorate on Christmas Eve.
I know, Ellie. I've been meaning to get to that myself. But it's been so busy here in the store, you know. The Christmas rush and everything.
Christmas rush?
Yes. This morning I had 2 customers in here at the same time.
You wouldn't have to worry about any of this if we were going to Hawaii for Christmas, like Allison and her parents. It was 32 degrees there today.
Katie, please. This is your first Christmas at the Prairie Emporium, and I want it to be perfect, that's all.
Don't worry, Ellie. I'll give Ivan some money to pick up a tree at Tacker's Tree Farm in time for Christmas Eve. And we'll all help you with the rest of the things on your list. Won't we, everyone?
Yeah,
Oh, come on now. It'll be fun.
You can come too, Caldecott. We may need an oven mitt.
Oh, great. Last time I burnt my tongue.
I think I'd rather be in Hawaii.
You have a very fine family there, old friend.
Well, thank you, Chris. Although I think the children are lacking in the Christmas spirit.
And Mrs. G has so much, she's a nervous wreck. That's not what Christmas is about either.
Well, maybe some of your Christmas magic will rub off on them, Chris.
I'm afraid I don't have a lot to spare, old friend.
My, that sounds serious. What's wrong?
Oh, the job's been getting to me lately, I guess. Every year, Christmas seems to get more and more commercial. There are all these people on TV dressed up like me, selling soft drinks and car batteries, and not one of them has had the decency to ask my permission. It's not good for my reputation. But the worst part of the job is losing the children.
Losing the children?
To growing up. Oh, it's always been a problem, but it seems to happen sooner these days. I guess in the age of space hardware and high-tech computers, it's hard to believe in a bearded old man flying around in an oversized air toboggan. I'm losing Katie, you know.
Oh, I'm sure that's not true.
Oh, yes, I can feel it. And she was one of my best believers, too, next to Benjamin, of course. Other children would leave me cookies and milk on Christmas Eve. But Katie always left me a macaroni dinner. You know, the kind that's made with the powdered cheese. It's my favorite. But I'm afraid I'm about to lose her forever. And I've just been wondering if it's all worth it.
Oh, but Chris, you bring so much joy to so many children.
Ah, but there's a lot of heartache, too. That's why I had to get away for a few days from the North Pole and all those elves. Oh, they're hard workers, of course, but you can't talk to them. They're always giggling.
Maybe you're just tired, Chris. I'm sure you'll feel better come Christmas Eve.
Perhaps. But maybe Christmas just might have to do without me this year. Maybe I'll go to Hawaii. I hear it was 32 degrees there today.
Oh, my.
It's a card from your father. He's in Bermuda.
Isn't anyone staying in Canada for Christmas?
We are.
Mr. P, would you tell this guy out here to quit throwing fake snow at me?
I'm sorry, Ivan, I can't. The producer hired him.
Oh.
Did you get over to Tacker's Tree Farm?
I sure did. Boy, are the trees ever expensive this year.
Just like everything else, Ivan. I hope you found something we could afford.
Yeah, but it's a bit on the small side.
No, that's okay, Ivan. That just means it's a young tree. I'm sure it'll look beautiful when it's all decorated. Is it outside?
No, it's in my pocket.
In your pocket? Maybe that's a little too young.
But it's all we could afford.
Well, at least it won't take long to decorate it.
I don't believe it. I'm trying my best to make this a special Christmas, and nothing's going the way I want it to. Petey would rather be in Hawaii. Mark and Caldecott can't think of anything but gimme, gimme, gimme. And now, on Christmas morning, we're all going to gather around a pine cone to open our presents. I'm beginning to wonder if it's worth having a Christmas at all.
Sorry, Mr. P.
Oh, that's okay, Ivan. It's not your fault. Maybe some of us could show our appreciation a little bit more?
Sorry, Grandpa.
Well, come on, Ivan. Let's go upstairs, and I'll make you a cup of hot chocolate. You look like you could use a little thawing out.
I sure could. And besides, this fake snow down my back is starting to itch.
You do look like him.
Who?
You know.
But of course I couldn't be because he doesn't exist, does he? But you believed in him once, didn't you?
Yes. One time when I was really young, Mom and Dad took me downtown to see him. We stood in line for a long time. Then when it was my turn, I got scared and started to cry. Then he leaned down and smiled at me, and his eyes twinkled, like when the sun reflects off the snow. And I wasn't scared anymore.
And that's when you began leaving him a macaroni dinner on Christmas Eve.
It was always my favorite.
And now?
I don't know. I started seeing Santa everywhere at Christmas. In the malls and on TV. And when he came to our house smelling like one of Dad's friends, well, that's when I realized Santa was make-believe.
Oh. Do your friends feel the same way?
I think so, except maybe Eddie Gibbs. But his glasses always have tape on them.
Yes, I know Eddie Gibbs.
You do?
Katie, I need some help up here.
Okay, Mom. I've got to go.
I wonder what the Bahamas are like this time of the year.